Hi folks, Chef Ian here, and we're in the Cooks Collective Kitchen 101, and we're continuing our work on eggs, and we're going to be doing hard-boiled eggs. A few people have asked me to show them what is the best technique to do, so yeah, we'll get this underway. So we've got our pot of water on it. We've got to obviously ensure that there's enough water in the pot that's going to cover the eggs for a start. So we've got that, as I said, going in a rapid boil. A few people have said to me, do you season your water? You can. There's no, pluses or minuses about it, but if you want to add a little bit of salt to it, you can. I'm not going to. I don't think there's need. Now, our eggs, again, treat them carefully and gently, okay? Don't just get them and drop them in, because you're likely to crack it, and next thing you know, you're going to have leaking egg rolling out. So be gentle and just use a slotted spoon. Just gently put your eggs in. Again, a question is raised to me about eggs. I always bring them out of the fridge, a good 15-20 minutes before I put them in. So they're in now. I'll put the lid back on and then bring that back up to boil. I'm actually going to just, as I said, you don't need to have a rapid boil on this. Just so it's, as I said, it is turning over, but not rapidly boiling. It's spilling in water out everywhere. So now we're going to give those eggs 10 minutes. 10 to 12 is roughly the cooking if you want hard eggs, not, as I said, a little bit soft and runny in it, depending on the size of your eggs. So yeah, about 10 to 11 minutes. If they're a little bit larger, 12 to 13. So we'll just let them cook away and do their thing. And then I'm going to come back and just show you some techniques on how to ensure your eggs don't get black rings. And I'm sure you've seen that before if you've done hard-boiled eggs, that they get this black ring around them and spoil them. They don't actually destroy the eggs, but yeah. And then we'll also have a look at how to peel them and then actually how to cut them up. So we'll let the eggs cook away for 10, and we'll see you soon. All the best. Okay, so our eggs their cooking time. So I'm just going to take them over now to the sink. I'm just going to drain off all that hot water. Then we're turning on the cold water tap. And we're just going to let the cold water run over them for a minute, just to take the initial heat off. Because the secret is to get the eggs cold as quickly as possible. So this rapid chill, so just for, as I say, 30 seconds or so, and then we're going to add some ice. So I've got some nice ice blocks here that I'm going to add to our water. I'll turn that off. Now we're going to let those eggs sit in that ice bath for about 3 to 4 minutes and let them, as I said, cool down as quickly as possible. All right, so let the ice do its job, and we'll come back in a couple of minutes and we'll see the end result. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. All right, so our eggs have been in our ice bath now for a good 3 or 4 minutes. They've cooled down. One of the things that I find why people get poor results with hard-boiled eggs is that they don't do this step. They just think running them under the tap's enough. But unless you've got really, really cold water, and not be if you're living up in the snow country, it's not going to cool them down. So the eggs are going to keep on cooking. Inside, as I say, the heat's built up inside that, and you need to get it out as quickly as you can. So yeah, that's how you get the black eggs. Another one that people say to me too is that they say that the shell sticks to the egg. And this is an interesting one because that usually tells me your eggs are super fresh. To get the best result on a hard-boiled egg, you actually want eggs that are a little bit old, at least a week or 2 weeks old, to get a better result, which flies the opposite that we talk about when we do fried eggs or poached eggs. We want fresh eggs. Hard-boiled eggs work best with eggs that are a little bit older. Okay, so our egg is out. Now, to take the shell off, just give it a light tap on your board, and the shell will, as I said, crack. And it's a matter of then of just gently, and you can do this under running water as well, but to get all the shell off. But the shell should just lift away and peel away without any problem at all. So if you have got problems before you're struck with the shell sticking to your egg, yeah, maybe your eggs are too fresh. So there you are, there's your hard-boiled egg. Another one, when I use a hard-boiled egg in a recipe and I've got to cut it, little technique, again it's a chef's tip here, have a cloth ready to wipe. So when you do your first cut, so I'm just going to cut this in half. And here's my perfect boiled egg. See how your knife gets this on it? Now if you try to cut it again, you're going to get a rough edge on it and it's going to not be clean. So in between each cut, give your knife a wipe on a wet cloth, and then when you cut, you're going to get a nice clean edge every time. So that's a really simple way to get perfect hard-boiled eggs. Remember the rules: boiling water, eggs lifted slowly in, don't drop them in because if you crack the egg it'll leak out and you get all sorts of mess through. 10 to 12 minutes depending on the size of your eggs. If you're super big, large eggs, go 13. Under the tap, so cold water for at least 30 seconds to a minute, then finish with ice. Let the eggs cool down until, as I said, they've come back down to temperature. Crack them. Again, if you're having trouble getting the shell off, it's easy to do them under a running tap or in water. You can do to remove all the shell off. And then when you cut your eggs, if you are cutting them, use a good sharp knife, but then between each cut, give it a wipe on a wet cloth and you get nice clean cuts. So that's it, folks. That's how simple it is to do hard-boiled eggs. Perfect result every time. Without the black rings, without it looking like, a science experiment. Simple technique that you can do at home, and you're going to get that perfect colour of egg. If you want your egg a little bit softer, obviously just reduce the cooking time, but don't go longer. If you're cooking your eggs for 15-20 minutes, I'm going to guarantee they're going to be black and they're not going to look very nice at all. So that's the technique there. Have you ever seen people try to do boiled eggs or sliced boiled eggs and you do it in a microwave? Your eggs go black. That's because they're being overcooked. Okay, that's a sign that your eggs are overcooked. So be gentle with them, look after them, and you're going to get a perfect result every time. So until next time in Kitchen 101, enjoy cooking, and we'll see you next time.